Eunomia is one of those quiet but powerful presences in Greek mythology. Rarely the focus of dramatic myths, yet central to the idea of a just and functioning world. Her name means good order or lawful arrangement, and she represents the force that turns chaos into civilization. She is one of the Horae, goddesses who personify aspects of the natural and moral order. Specifically, she belongs to the second generation of Horae, along with her sisters Dike, justice, and Eirene, peace. And together they embody the ideals that uphold a peaceful, well-governed society. Her parentage reflects her role. Eunomia is the daughter of Zeus, king of the gods, and Themis, the embodiment of divine law and natural order. From these two powerful deities, she inherits both authority and moral clarity. But unlike the dramatic power plays of her Olympian relatives, Eunomia's influence is subtle. She doesn't rule through thunderbolts or wars, but through structure, diplomacy, and balance. Her power is in the background, in the fair distribution of resources, the enforcement of just laws, the peaceful resolution of disputes. In ancient Greece, especially in cities like Sparta, Eunomia was not just a divine ideal. She was a cultural goal. The Spartans honored her as a symbol of their disciplined, orderly society. They saw her influence in the regulation of their social system, in their councils, and even in their moral code. The poet Tertius described how Eunomia restored harmony where there had been division and brought peace to a fragmented society. In this sense, she was both divine and practical, a spirit invoked not just in poetry, but in politics and governance. In Athens, while not worshipped as heavily as Athena or Apollo, Eunomia still appeared in philosophical and poetic texts as an essential force in any stable society. Her role was tied to civic life, the kind that makes democratic debate possible, that makes laws meaningful, and that allows peace to flourish without oppression. Philosophers like Plato would later expand on this concept, describing ideal governments where balance, justice, and virtue, qualities associated with Eunomia, are the foundation of good rule. Eunomia is also closely associated with the seasons through her identity as a Aura. The early Horae were goddesses of seasonal progression, agricultural cycles, and nature's rhythms. But Eunomia and her sisters mark a shift from the cycles of the earth to the cycles of law and society. They bring with them a vision of moral seasons, a progression from ignorance to wisdom, from anarchy to justice. Just as spring follows winter, law follows disorder, and Eunomia is the spirit guiding that transition. Visually, she is often imagined as a calm, radiant woman, dressed in flowing robes, perhaps crowned with laurel or holding a staff or scroll, symbols of peace and law. She is sometimes pictured beside her sisters, Dike and Eirene, forming a triad that represents the foundation of a well-ordered society: justice, peace, and lawful conduct. Eunomia may not be the kind of goddess who appears in thrilling epics or tragic romances. She doesn't descend in a blaze of glory or punish mortals with divine wrath. But her presence is no less vital. She is the structure that allows those other stories to exist. Without her, there is no society, only disorder. She is the unshakable foundation beneath all the drama, the quiet voice that says, "This is how we live together." In a way, Eunomia is more than a goddess. She is an idea, a reminder that law is not just about rules, but about harmony. That order is not oppression, but the framework that makes peace possible. She is the divine shape behind every just city, every wise leader, and every moment when people choose reason over chaos.